覚悟してろよ。行くぜ。
Welcome to World Breakers Coo's Reviews. I'm your host, World Breaker Coo, and today we are looking at the top 10 action figures of 2018. I almost forgot the year. Happy New Year, everyone. And let's just get started at the ones that were just outside of the top 10. Magic and Thing were basically number 11, tied for number 11 because as she was my favorite figure for the repaints, and Thing was number 2 in the top Marvel Legends, excluding Build-A-Figures. It was definitely a close call for these two to be in there. But I still felt they needed to get some praise and mention. On top of it, the Indoraptor from Mattel, gotta give them some love. This Jurassic Park line was really good. The Indoraptor and the Mosasaurus was actually two of the standouts in that collection as well. So without further ado, let's get into the number 10 action figure of the year. Number 10 is my favorite Marvel Legend excluding Build-A-Figures of the year. And it's Black Panther, the Walmart exclusive. Some call him the Pink Panther, but he's the Black Panther. So he's still wearing his championship belt from winning that title. Had to put him in here, and he's appropriately where he should be. Let's see who's next. At number 9, we have Studio Series Grimlock. This could not have been a better figure. I don't think if they tried. They just hit the wall running with this. When I first saw the prototype images for this, I was like, man, this is killing that jacked up Voyager version of Grimlock, and this is exactly what you want. Both the Dino and the robot mode are superb. Transformation's pretty fun. He had to be on this list. So there we have my number 9. Number 8 is a bit of a strange one because he is part pieces of 2008, or 7 and 2008 Volcanicus, but you couldn't complete him until 2018, at least I couldn't. So he's in there. He features 5 robots, 4 deluxe, and 1 Voyager. And I love it. I wish he had some accessories for like a sword or a gun or something like that, but you can get some third-party stuff that include that. So that is why Volcanicus is my number 8. Number 7 could easily be shared with a couple figures. Well, excuse me, it's shared with 2 figures. 1 Apocalypse, 2 Venom. I'm just putting Venom here because, again, like I said in the Build-A-Figure, list I had earlier this year or yesterday, you really could interchange either Apocalypse or Venom. I'm just featuring Venom because today I'm feeling Venom more than Apocalypse. So we have our number 7, or my number 7, as Venom. It would seem I cannot go a year without having a Hulk on my top 10 figures of the year, and this year is no exception. We have Gladiator Hulk from Thor Ragnarok, or Thor Ragnarok Hulk, I should say. He looks awesome. I love the sculpt, love the size. Big, beefy, hefty figure. I finally got that head on. I couldn't get it on in my other videos, so now you finally get a chance to look at that here. So yeah, I'm digging it very much. And yeah, he's easily number 6. Almost broke top 5. And breaking the top 5 is Sauron. Venom just tried to take him out. Sauron was an easy pick. He was my favorite Build-A-Figure of the year. And he's falling. Everybody's falling. Get Venom back up. He was an easy pick for number 5. Very close to getting that 4th spot, but he was just edged out. I love this figure. The wings are just crazy. Hasbro just killed it. When I first saw this wave, I was like, I'm not going to get this whole wave. There's too many Deadpools, but the Build-A-Figure was just too nice to pass up. And the Deadpools were surprisingly nice, so I have my own little Deadpool core. So yeah, number 5, Sauron. At number 4, I have to give a shout out to the Nameless Collector who still my boy for this. Thank you. The Black Panther is one of the most crazy articulated figures I've ever owned. He is the 12-inch scale and just fun to mess around with, put on your shelf, different poses. He helped immensely with the Thor on the shelf instead of the Elf on the shelf. Threw a little Kwanzaa in there with him, so appreciated that. And again, this guy's on sale right now at Target, so I highly recommend getting him. Nice figure, nice sculpt. I mean, butterfly joints. It's a killer. It's a killer. So there we have our number 4. At number 3, we have Optimus Prime. He dropped 1 spot from a mid-year review. Still a great figure, still my favorite Optimus Prime. I love this figure so much. The only problem with it was just getting that truck mode done. It really kind of hurts it because I had a lot of problems with that if you saw my video on him. I absolutely love that his spark is on the inside. If I can get it open. And I can't. At least not on camera. But normally, there we go. You can get the spark open. And look at that, guys. I mean, that's what you dream about as a kid. You want something that shows the Allspark. They killed it with this figure. He has a permanent spot in my Transformers collection. So number 3 was Optimus Prime. Now top 2. What's happening? Number 2, if you can guess, is the big guy. The Mattel Colosso T-Rex. And yes, that is my list of all the figures because I actually really took a lot of time to go over this list to make sure I had just the figures that I wanted on here. And he was my number 1. Now he's my number 2. So this might be really telling of what my number 1 is now that you've seen that he's number 2. I mean, this guy's just massive. Let's just bring on number 1 so you can get some scale. Number 1 is the NECA Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This should be no surprise. This was the longest video I've had introducing these figures and the set that they came with. I got lucky enough to get these. They were on sale and for 3 days, but for like 1 minute, 2 minutes max. I snagged it. GameStop is releasing these, so when you get yourself a chance, do yourself a favor, get them all. Pick all 4 of them up, not just 1, not just 2, not 3. Pick all 4 of them up. You will not be disappointed. These figures are just excellent. As you see Leonardo fall down, disproving that. I've only had 1 QC issue with any of these. It's Leonardo. His hilt on this side will not allow swords to go in. Which I think I showed in my review. So if you see, and I've tried sticking the sword in there before and it got bent and almost broke, so I don't do that anymore. But besides that 1 QC issue, these have been perfect. Great articulation, especially for a NECA figure. The material they're made out of is just awesome. The paint apps, they look real, they take great pictures. Check me out on Instagram when you get a chance. I've used these in a lot of pictures. Just because of that great. So there you have my top 10 action figures of the year. It's been a great year, probably a little bit too good. Time to calm down for 2019. But I thank you all for watching. Happy New Year and stay froggy. Peace and action figure grease.